Hey guys, how's it going? It's the animeoveranalyst here, and today I'm going to be reacting to Rhyce Records' Yuta and Rika song tonight featuring APhantomChimera, Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions. I have never heard of that anime, but hey, why not? So this was a song that he sent me an early link for. Unfortunately, I just never got around to it, but I'm going to react to it now. So just a shout out to Rhyce Records. I mean, we have a podcast. Well, he was on my podcast, my first episode, when we talked about My Hero Academia. So if you're curious on like nerdcore reactors or nerdcore artists and their opinions on anime, check out my podcast, Talking Nerdcore, where I talk anime with these nerdcore artists. This Tuesday, if this video comes out before Tuesday, I will have a episode with Professor Kuro, and we're going to be talking about Black Clover. So if you're a huge Black Clover fan like I am, come check it out. It'll drop at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah, I think that's enough of my plugs. I'm trying to plug myself a little bit more because I work hard for these podcasts. You know, trying to do all the scheduling and making sure that we're all on the same page. It's a lot more work than you really think. So I'm going to just quickly shout out, let's see now, thumbnail and video editing also by Rhyce. He does his own video editing, which I'm always like a huge fan of when artists do that, because that's just one more layer of creativity in their work, and it takes so much more time. So huge shout out to that. And then, of course, APhantomChimera by being featured on here. So let's jump into this, shall we? I'm excited. Hello, we got a lot softer vibe going on here. I feel like I'm gonna just be in adoration of this song. Ooh, I love how he came on with that snap.
For a change, maybe just for today, I'd play the game their way, and yet you saved me. When you came from above,
that's hilarious.
You fell into my life, and I quickly fell in love. So now,
wow. First of all, that drop. I love that drop. Second of all, I'm loving the more smooth. It's almost borderline jazzy. It's kind of like jazzy to like soft rock type of feel. And I'm loving that so much, which really shows how diverse Rhyce Records is. One time you can have like a metal song, and then another time you can do something that's completely just it's almost relaxed, honestly. Like I'm just loving the more softer vibe with this, because you can really tell with the more internal emotions. He's going more emotional here, which I always love when artists do that. I talk with Sailor Your Love all the time about like how much I'm an empath, and I love reacting to music that has more emotions to it than just talking about like guns and bitches. Like really, this type of song I love reacting to. And so I guess props to Rhyce for coming out. And so he's got APhantomChimera, who's also can be kind of a jazzy, very powerful singer. So I'm excited to see what we have here. I'm thinking there's going to be a moment where she's going to hit like a huge note, or they both try to hit a huge note, and it's like on the verge of being like a power ballad. That's my guess.
and I quickly fell in love. So now I don't care if everyone thinks that we're a little bit crazy. Just a little bit crazy tonight. I don't care if all of them look at you and me and wonder what we see. It doesn't matter to me, not anymore.
Wow. Ooh, I love how she came in there. Rhyce is always really good with the hooks. He's told me multiple times that hooks are his comfort spot, and once again, just nailed it with the hook there. But even that first verse, like, he's getting a lot better at writing verses. And something that I talked about in my reaction to Divide Music that I'm posted earlier Sunday morning, which is weird because I'm recording this Saturday afternoon. But what can I say? I say that there's a lot of importance when it comes to storytelling. Divide is really good when it comes to story. Rhyce is also pretty decent when it comes to telling a story through music. And the way he does it is by changing up the instrumentals a lot. Or it does actually have to be a lot now that I think about it. It's just the subtle shifts where, including, like, I think it was like the drum in the hook kind of really produced a whole lot more, because in the beginning we had the snaps. So it's just really, really cool how artists like integrate instruments into their music to convey a feeling. So I wanted to just say that real quick.
Matter to me, not anymore.
You saved me. You pulled me right out of the dark. You gave me another chance, another start. And no matter what they think about you and me, it's not crazy. No, it's not crazy to me, not anymore.
Yes. Okay, so right off the bat, love APhantomChimera's more. She's actually a lot more withdrawn in this song. I was expecting kind of more of like a frontal kind of. I expected to be a little bit quieter and then to kind of progressively get louder, and instead she was more withdrawn here. I guess trying to reflect more of the character of being kind of shy, which is also really, really cool. Like that a lot. And also, I'm going to plug in my podcast once more. I do have a podcast episode with the APhantomChimera where we talked about Demon Slayer. So if you're curious about that, I will also post it. That's right. I'm plugging my podcast as hard as I can because, like I said, I work hard on it. And so really, really like that. And once again, I was really trying to pay attention here about the drums, and I noticed no drums at all in the verse. It's all the snapping. That's how he's keeping the rhythm, is with the snapping. And so that's really, really interesting, so that when that beat does hit on the hook, it's that much more effective. That very, very bass note.
It's not crazy to me, not anymore.
It just delivers that more passion. I love that. Ooh, I had a feeling she was gonna come into the chorus. I had a feeling.
It doesn't matter to me, not anymore. 'Cause I don't care if everyone thinks we're crazy to fall in love. And I don't care if all they do is stare, let them stare. Their gaze will bear together. I don't care
either.
if everyone thinks that we're a little bit crazy, just a little bit crazy tonight.
Production visuals by Rhyce Records. I love that. So, I'm not gonna lie, I've got mixed feelings about the layering there. So, in one way, like, I love where he went with it, with the more ballad type deal where they were kind of going off each other. It almost didn't sound quite right to me, and maybe it's because Phantom sounds really breathy to me here, whereas Rhyce is more frontal. So I will say that kind of jarred me a little bit there. However, that's just kind of a tiny note, I suppose. Overall, the quality is still really, really good, and I like that attempt. I really, really do. Let me actually rewind it there, because for the most part, it was solid. There was only a couple points where I'm like, and it feels like they're a little off.
And I don't care if all they do is stare, let them stare. Their gaze will bear together.
See, that's fine. I love that.
I don't care.
Here, that it's that part where she sounds almost a little rushed. Yeah, she sounds almost a little rushed there, and I think if she isn't as breathy, I think that would kind of fit in and kind of get rid of that I don't care either, because it almost sounded like she was trying to speak there.
Will bear together. I don't care if everyone thinks that we're a little bit crazy, just a little bit crazy tonight.
But that ending there is really solid. I really, really like that ending there a lot. Like I said, there's just like little tiny moments where I'm like, I've got mixed feelings about it. But overall, I love that song, and it's such an adorable song. Like, it really is. I love these love songs, honestly, because I really get to see two artists kind of go off each other a little bit. And they do more of a ballad, and I miss the ballads, to be honest, because that's something that modern music doesn't do much. That's something that modern nerdcore doesn't do much, where it's, you know, you generally have like a verse and then another verse and then another verse, and they're almost disconnected from each other a little bit. And here, like these love songs, another good one that comes to my mind is the Sine Wave Fox. Well, practically any love song from Sine Wave Fox, to be honest. Either both him and Sailor, but mainly his and the Chi Chi one that came out recently. Those are fantastic, because it has that kind of structure where they go off of each other, and it feels more like two people in the same room instead of just one person sending a verse over online. So that's just kind of my 2 cents. Overall, I really love that song. So I'm just gonna leave a comment saying fantastic job as always. This song was so adorable, and I love it. Alright, so that's going to be it for this reaction. Once again, I'm going to just plug my podcast, Talking Nerdcore. We drop every Tuesday, except for last Tuesday because I was on hiatus. And yeah, have fun, I suppose. Thank you all so much. I'm the Anime Overanalyst, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.